our podcast with me, Julie Haynes.
And me, Brenda Dennehy.
Yeah, we just want to say a huge thank you again to Aylesbury Clinic for sponsoring our podcast. We are so grateful.
Yeah, a great business. I know a lot of my friends at home go to them and recommend their work very much. How are you? How was Rome?
Good. Oh my God, allergic to be back. It's absolutely lashing here today and it's freezing because the weather in Rome was actually beautiful. Like you're talking about 22 degrees.
Looked absolutely stunning. Was that was for your mum's birthday, wasn't it? Or
no,
Christmas present?
Christmas present. So myself and my brother went half for my mum. So we said, you know what, we take her away for a weekend. Herself and my dad used to go on 2 or 3 holidays a year. So they go kind of at the start and then maybe September, October again for a week. And God love her, since my dad passed away, she's no one to go on holidays with her, nobody to do a city break. So I'd take her away now, So she was weak, thrilled.
I had to laugh because I was like, so yourself and Sean both bought it for her, but Sean stayed at home. You minded the kids, and you went off with his mother. You poor thing. What if it was the other way around and Sean was like, Julie, stay here and I'm going off with Mom?
He'd have no interest.
I know. Probably
he'd
wouldn't.
have none. I was scared of my life then leaving Sean on his own with the 2 kids. I was like, fuck's sake, I'd probably come back and the 2 of them will have tattoos and shaved eyebrows.
And come here, what was your favourite part about Rome? I haven't been, so I'm going to try and go this year.
I loved everything. I just loved the buzz of it and everything. Do you know what I actually really enjoyed? And I'm shocked. The Vatican. It's so interesting. So we did a tour and that was like 3 hours long. Very interesting. Really enjoyed that. My mom loved it. She cried then at the Trevi Fountain. So she always wanted to go to Rome, and like when we were standing outside the Trevi Fountain, she was only bawling. She were after a fucking good bottle of wine there now as well, though.
Yeah,
but, it was good. It was very good. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Would highly recommend Rome for 3 nights.
And what about the boys, the Buchels?
Handsome. Oh my God. Brenda, you'd be fucking weak. Absolutely. Yeah. And they're so lovely. They're so down to earth. But Jesus Christ, divine. You'd run away with them.
Yeah. They say that a lot of there's no ugly people in Rome. Like there's no ugly people in Rome. They're all like stunning.
Oh, Italian stallions, absolutely divine, like gorgeous.
Yeah. I feel, when you go away places like that and then you see all these women who are just like all the style and just everything about them is immaculate. Or when I go places like that, I feel like absolute shit. I'm like, look at her. They're unbelievable. And no matter how dressed up you are or how well you feel, you'll be like, look at her. They're stunning.
And they have beautiful tans, then just flawless tans, and we are white, then bond next to them. Like,
or else we're baiting the tan onto us, and they can't understand why we're baiting the tan onto ourselves.
I know. That was me in Rome. Even I was baiting the tan onto me, trying to keep up. And my mum was like,
style as well.
I was all, because I had no kids, so I was actually able to brush my hair and put on a bit of makeup.
Yeah, you look great. You look like a bit of an Italian yourself now. There at one stage, the all hat, the notions.
I actually bought that in a stall out there, right? So I seen the hat and I was like, Mom, I'm mad about this hat, I'm going to get it. So I went over anyways, and your mom was like €20. And I was like, I actually have no cash. I didn't have cash for about 4 years. I'm always the card. And I was like, I actually have no cash. My mom was like, I have a tenner there in my purse. She was like, I'll give you the tenner if you give us 2 hats. And he did.
Oh my God, brilliant.
Yeah,
I think I thought the hat actually went with the outfit, but you know the way those kind of hats now, if you wore them at home, people would be like, look at you on there in the hat.
I know. Who does she think she is? Cooley Kardashian?
But you're you're one there. But like, I don't know why we do that to ourselves. We'd even be nervous, like wearing something that's a bit kind of, stylish or something. Wouldn't you even be kind of, oh my God, they're all going to be looking at me now with the hat, or they'll all be looking at me with these certain trousers. And, people... There's some kind of there's a good name or something about it. Yeah. So no, I thought you looked great. I had this. Oh my God, it was this night last week. I was getting ready to go on the date with himself, and obviously at the time we didn't know was he real or not, but turned out to be real. I'll just go through the date very quickly because I didn't on my Instagram because I was like broadcasting the whole story on my page, right? Well, he's blocked and I'm snooping on him with the dogs account. And after I'd met him, I kind of was putting up, I'm going meeting him. Then I said he was real and I came back and then I went out for dinner with my friends and I just put up, I can't reply to messages now, I'm out for dinner. with friends, because you know the way you want to be on the phone when you're with your friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So then I was getting messages off this one kind of like, tell us now. You know, I was like, tell you what, like, she's like, come on, tell us what happened. I was kind of like, I'm actually out for my dinner. And so then I was kind of getting being called a girl and then a bitch. And then someone like,
off the same one, off this one now.
No, these were different. This was a different one. Goal and then bitch was another one, right? Because I was like, I'm out for dinner, I can't finish the story. I wanted to do, you know, the way you'd, even, you know, when you have too many stories on your Instagram, you want them to die down as well. You don't want them on the page. So I was like, I'm just out for dinner. I don't want to be on my phone and I want to give it my all telling the story. Because obviously, you know yourself, Julie, when people invest in a story on your Instagram, you owe it to them to kind of go through with it all. So then anyway, your one was like, oh my God, I know who he is. I found him ages ago. I'm going fucking texting him about you.
Oh, like, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Was she a real person now or is it a trolling page?
No, she was real. So I was like, oh my God, so I got an awful land. I was like going, right, obviously there is the chance that he might find out that I'm fucking here talking about him. You know the way I know. Me and you always do that. We'll meet a fella online and then we'll start telling the followers. Because I don't know about you, my biggest engagement when people like my story so much is usually my love life. That's usually
because it's relatable. Like, we're all in the same fucking boat, like, you know?
Yeah, so I was like, do you know what? I kind of got annoyed. I was like, fuck this. I'm not fucking telling the rest of the story if I'm getting threats with your one trying to go off text him. But then I put up on my stories thinking no more. And then I just said, listen, I was going out the Saturday night and I just said, listen, I got a bit of a land. I had a girls calling me names because I wouldn't go on my story straight after meeting and explain. And then I had someone threaten me that they were going to start texting him about me because they knew who he was and all this kind of stuff. And then I had another lady going on saying, yeah, we're just waiting for you to reveal who he is. I was never said I was going to fucking reveal who he was. I said what show he was in and I said he was on Netflix. But like, I wasn't going to do this big, massive reveal like the Swan.
You know? I know, yeah. Come here, some people just want too fucking much, like.
Yeah. Hi, Fionn. Fionn, for anyone who can't see now because the podcast, Fionn is here. How are you? Good.
Are you good? He's coming out now. He wants
do you like Mommy's hair?
Who do I look like? Brenda wants to know, who do I look like?
Wednesday Adam.
But I can't believe that, like.
Julie, I know. Like, that was the first time I ever got anything like that. Now, I was kind of like going, well, if someone does message him, he's only going to tell me anyway. He's only going to be like, come here, this fucking Mary 1 2 3 4 5 is after messaging me here about you. So what did happen, right? Because you know, in fairness, people were invested in it. I did say come on the podcast and say quickly, he didn't open. I was waiting all that day at work. He said he'd meet me at 1:15 in Soho House in Westfield. And I said, Grant, no message all day. Like, no message all morning. Was, you know, the usual carry on now, checking online, offline. Was the online, offline. What the fuck was happening? Had none of the girls at work told because the mortification if he didn't text. You know the way? You so much to lose. You're like me as well. We give it all out. We wear our heart on our sleeve and then we fucking tell everyone. But then you forget, oh my God, I'm going to be mortified now if this doesn't work out. So around 1:10, he texted me and I was about to get sick and he was like, oh, I'm at White City now. Soho House, White City, smoking a fag outside. And sure, of course, me there now. Oh my God, imagine with the fag. So I was like, all right, so I leave there now in a minute. Told none of the girls that I just said I'm going to break. And was walking over, obviously was rang my friend, fake talk, you know, pretend we're on the phone now about something important. And we're really down the phone and go, oh my God, I'm going to be sick. And then when I'm walking up to him, I start kind of going, oh yeah, book that in so for 7:00, trying to sound totally professional. Yeah. So walked in, I thought I was going to fucking die walking in there. He was sitting on the right, sitting down now. And he was, the only difference between him in the show is he's no beard, whereas now he's a beard. But I knew he had a beard. So stood up anyway. And whenever I was like, he's fucking real. I can't believe he's real. I can't believe it. So,
and
he got up, you know, kissed me on the cheek. Hi, Rose.
Hello.
How are you?
And a nice cream hair. The bride.
How are you? Who does Mommy look like?
Wednesday Adam.
Actually, they all know it.
But the date was a success. Can't say the word. Successful.
Well, yeah, I kissed him on the cheek. He kissed me on the cheek, anyway. But then we were going up in the lift, and I was like, I felt like he was going to shift me in the lift or something like that. So then we were going up and down trying to find somewhere to sit anyway. I didn't want anything to eat because I was going to eat later on that evening. And you know the way we are about eating something on our first date.
I wouldn't eat. No way.
Fucking kept asking me, come on, will you eat something? Will you eat something? I was like, I'm going to eat later on. He was like, it's 6 o'clock. It's now 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
I was like, no, I'm not eating. So I had to get something to eat in front of me. He wouldn't let me get like chips only, and he just made me. I think I got a toasted sandwich, and I started chopping up the toasted sandwich with a fork and knife because I wanted to look as decent as possible instead of fucking back a big toasted sandwich back my throat. So sitting there with him, and I was like, oh my God, he's fucking real. So I walked out anyway. He walked out with me. He stayed on because he'd finished his dinner. I'd rush back to work. And kind of give me not a shift now, but a kiss. And I went off down in the lift, walking over back from work. Kind of going, did that fucking happen? Did that actually happen? But it happened, and he's real.
It happened on your week.
Well, he's a nice lad and all that until an ex fella then popped up and started texting me as well. But this is the thing. They can sense it. The men can sense it.
Upstairs. They can, yeah. Always. And are you still texting this fella now? Netflix.
Still texting the two of them now, but I have no interest in the fella back home, but he gave the ego boost. But yeah, we're still texting. He might be going meeting me there now. I'm on nights at the BBC, so he might be going meeting me before because he lives nearby. But I'm not able to that now.
Did you meet him since? No, you just had
I haven't met him since. But he wants to go meet there now for a coffee before I go to work.
Today?
Yeah, today.
Oh my God! Come here, girl.
Yeah, I know.
Fire.
No,
Fire.
you see, I'm not. You know when you have to be revved up to meet someone. Do you know that kind of way? Like I didn't wake up there till like 5 o'clock, and it's now what is it? It's 6:30, so I'm still kind of. I don't, even though it's not daytime, but again, the daytime date was bad enough. I'd rather meet them properly on the night. But I'll see, because I probably overthink it when I'm going meeting a man. Do you know these people who can just go like that? Yeah, no problem. Let's meet and nothing go. I overthink it. So that's all I'm going to say on the matter. I will.
So are you going to talk about him now anymore, or is this troll one now after just wrecking your head?
No, she hasn't anymore. But you see as well, I'm never going to do a big massive reveal on who he was. I never said I was going to do that for his own privacy. If I was ever going to do anything like that, I'd have to tell him the whole story. But he's the kind of guy, if I did tell him, listen, you were kind of like a topic on a podcast there, do it, my friend at home, I think he'd get it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think he'd be like, you're a freak. I think because he knows the kind of way I am. I think he'd understand. So like he will be unblocked sometime on my own account. But he's still blocked. I'd
never ever reveal a fella ever again. Like never again.
No, and you know what? There's someone on Instagram there now, and you know, right? I know that she's gone from your man, right?
Yeah.
But there's pictures of your man all over the place. You're just waiting for them to get rid of the pictures.
I know, it's very annoying. And do you know what? I love sharing my life, and I would love not more than be like, oh, look at John, like he's wrecking my head. But yeah, I'd love not more to reveal like, oh, this is John. Do you know, like we'd have the laugh and the crack with John on Instagram. But like I couldn't because there's absolute fucking nutters on it. Do you know? And it's not the normal fucking Mary and Joan. It's the user 123. They're so annoying. They wreck everything for everyone, don't they?
But you know the way, right? If you were seeing a fella, would you? My thing why I wouldn't put them up is because you'd have pictures of them everywhere. It's all lovey-dovey, and then when it's over, you have to delete all the pictures. Like that's the part I wouldn't be able for.
I know, and I just wouldn't be able for the part either. We say if I introduce John now, and I'm like, this is John Murphy, and then user 123 text him like, why are you with her for? She's a girl because she did X, Y, and Z. You're like, you know, I don't want. Yeah, and like, you know, when he's just getting to know me, and then these kind of accusations are being put into his inbox, like it's horrible, like it's absolutely fucking horrible.
And you know what as well, actually, last night someone told me about a page and I've gone on it, and it was like, oh, it's something like, are you dating the same? It's a page where I don't think there's one at home. No, it'd be some laugh if it was at home. But
it is, somebody sent it to me as well.
That one about, are you both dating the same man? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was looking at it last night and I was there going, your man's going to pop up on this now. Your man is going to fucking pop up on this, and it's going to be a load of women calling him a gigolo or something like that. But for me, do you know what I think as well? usually my look, if I was I don't like ever showing a picture of him because I'm afraid they'd be like, oh my God, sure, he's going out with such and such, or oh my God, I was with him. You know, people love giving you bad news then as well. They love like, he's a prick, whatever. Because when I did go to my friend's party on Saturday night, I was telling her the story. And she was like, oh my God, my friend, that girl over there, she's seeing someone from that show as well. And I was like, oh my God, it's him. It's fucking him. And my heart sank.
Yeah.
Not sank in a way, like I have no ownership of him. But I was like, oh my God, like he's probably doing this to a load of different women. You know, he's making us all feel so special. You know, I'm not unique. But it was a fella from series 1. So I was like, oh, that's fine. So now I'm kind of like thinking, am I going to pretend from now on anyone else I meet here, if they're looking for a picture, I'm going to pretend it's someone else, because the mortification then, you know, if they are going out with someone or seeing someone, you feel like a right donkey.
I feel like a right donkey, like, and it's like whatever about your own friends, and like you'd have laugh with them, but when you tell social media, like, and there's so many eyes on you, like it's embarrassing, and then you come back with like, actually, this young fella never fucking texts me back, and you feel like a dope, like, well, when I tell you, and it's in the group chat, we're all laughing, like, but it's hard going, all right, but it's just crack, like, isn't it? And I suppose it's relatable as well.
Do you know what I think as well, right, though? Would you be putting up pictures of him if you were going out with a fella and blocking over his face? Do other people do babies
that
and stuff
bugs
like that?
me as well. That fucking bugs.
Do you know what? It doesn't bug me
like
with babies, but like it bugs me with the picture. Why even bother including him?
I know, it just bugs me. Like, why
leave
don't
it.
Put that picture up? Like, why don't you just tell John, get out, you take the picture, and I just put up a picture of me.
And you just put up a picture of me. Yeah, so listen, it's all up in there. I felt like Carol Vorderman there last night because she's a few men on the go. But like the two fellas ringing me now last night, the ex from a few years ago and the guy from on Netflix guy. But then people were like going, how do you have two men on the go? As if now, Julie, I was running like, I don't know, a brothel or something. But like, how would you have two men on the go? I was like, lads, the thing is now, I turned on my phone there after being off from last night. Do you think I had 20 emails, I had around 70 WhatsApps between all the groups? Do you think either of them has texted me since? Nah, that's it then. They're all about you 1 minute and then they're gone.
See, that's it. I don't know. But at least you're getting phone calls off two fellas. I can't even get a fucking text back.
You're probably getting phone calls, someone looking for money off you. Yeah, so listen, we'll see. I might meet him later on there. I'm just going to pluck up the courage because, again, I need to work on my spontaneity. I do need to work on my spontaneity. I was actually only thinking for practice now that I'm kind of in the zone. There's a copper fella, a policeman that I meant to see not so long ago, so I might end up meeting him. Yeah, but that's all my news. I'm off to work there now in a few minutes, so...
The award-winning Aylesbury Clinic have a special March offer at the moment for 2 Profiler treatments for €500, which are usually $750, and as always, offer a free skin consultation and skin health plan with their nurses and consultants. Profilo is the most innovative of the new injectable moisture treatments and has been shown in clinical tests to not just improve hydration in the skin, but to boost the skin's elasticity and collagen levels too. There are so many pain-free and relatively quick aesthetic treatments to choose from now that can rejuvenate the skin, soften fine lines and wrinkles, help improve irregular pigmentation, tighten sagging skin, and create volume. Recognised as one of Ireland's leading aesthetic clinics, they have 2 fabulous premises, one in Cork and one in Dublin. Book your complimentary skin consultation and in-depth skin analysis with one of our Aylesbury skin specialists who will map out your customised personal skin health plan. The award-winning Aylesbury Clinic. Visit their website, aylesburyclinic.ie, or follow them on Instagram, Aylesbury_clinic.
Last week we did the Q&A on stuff that you... I don't like to use the word stolen, but right, taken, maybe without
stolen.
paying. Oh, stolen. Damien!
Stolen?
Damien, what happened to you at the cinema?
No, we had a great weekend. We went to Reggie. It was very good. People thought we were...
I'd say he was hilarious, was he?
He was very good. It was in the Everyman. It was great. It was it was good crack. But people thought we were a plant or something like that. Like they couldn't just believe that we were just there having fun, you know. Like so what happened was he was looking for volunteers and I volunteered. I said yeah, as I would. But then he picked my wife instead, and so she went up. There's this couple next to us. So they were like, "Oh, you're plants. You're not even like, no, there's no way that you're real." Like, and I was like, "No, we're genuine. They're just real people." You know, he couldn't believe that someone would go up on stage and have such a great crack and things like that, but they must be a plant of the Everyman. But no, we are not. We had a great laugh. And Reggie was very good. And yeah, it was very good. Good weekend.
Good.
Well, that's good.
Well, do you like the word stolen, Damien? I suppose
Stolen, yes, stolen. Make them feel guiltier than they feel.
Yeah,
stolen.
That's true. You have a good few, Julie. I think Julie, when you put up like the ones about, you're fascinated with the people having to pay the money out of their own pocket.
Yeah, I'm shocked. Did you know that?
I did think it, but I didn't know it was always true. Yeah, I didn't know it was always true. But yeah, you would be shocked. What are the other ones you got? You put up a Q&A. What were the ones you got?
So I actually got thousands. So just to start it off, I got this off actually a friend of mine, Jule. I worked in a spa before, and on my very first day, the manager called me and said, I received a complaint from a client. She didn't feel like I was in the zone while doing the facial, and that my hands were cold and the energy of them was wrong. I had to stop myself laughing in her face as I thought this was a joke. I wasn't laughing when she told me €75 would be taken from my wages to refund the customer for her facial. Thought it was so unfair. She then sent me to Dublin for 3 days training, refreshing training. And I had to pay for my own train up, my hotel, lunches, breakfast, dinners, the lot. I paid for it stupidly because I wanted the job. The place was a fucking shambles, girl.
Would I know that place?
She actually never said. I'm going to ask her there now, but I'm shocked. She said the client said, I just didn't like the energy from her hands. So then the client got the €75 back, and my friend the manager took it out of my friend's wages.
That is shocking. Shame on the manager, shame on the one who owned it to even go that far. If I was the manager, I'd be so mortified. This is where I'd be wrong then. I'd give my own money, the business money, even my own personal money. Never fucking do that to someone.
That was just because she didn't feel the energy of somebody's hands. Go away from me.
Yeah, that's fairly bad. No, I'm come here. I'm into all that kind of energy and hocus pocus, carry on. But I wouldn't even come up with a statement like that.
I forgot. I know. For God's sake, one was just trying to pull a fast one, I'd say.
This is one here, right? Someone says, I work in a restaurant as a waitress, and the boss and his wife take half the tips. Wouldn't you be raging?
Raging, absolutely fucking raging.
Not even theirs. But you know what, actually, I don't know if you were in America lately, but I think the whole tips thing in America drives me bazookas, because but the way I see it, right? Do you know the way they're in a low wage as a waitress, a waiter? Yeah. Sorry, no, but that's not my problem. That's not my problem that you're not,
but wait, I tell you, we were in Rome the other day, myself, my mum, and I was paying for the bill. I can't remember now what the bill was. We said it was €75, and I was tapping my card, and your man was like, normally then, if we had changed, we just put a couple of euro down the table. He was like, you never added in the tip. I did a collapse. I was like, oh my God, yeah. I was like, just put an extra €5 there. So then we bumped up to €75 or €80 or whatever.
Straight to your face.
Straight to my face. I thought it was saucy enough, to say that.
Yeah, that would drive me mad. I remember I got thrown out of a bar in Laguna Beach over in California years ago because I didn't give a tip, and they were like, you're going to have to get out. And I was like, grand. All your one did was bang a drink up on the table. Now I was after a good few drinks. But then my other friend, she was a bit like, you can't be doing that. She was totally Americanized. Then I think she'd stayed there for a summer. But I was like, girl, she banged the drink up on the table to me. Why would I want to reward someone for banging a fucking drink? It drives me mad over there. It really, really does. What they do here now, I don't know if they're doing it at home. Obviously, on your bill, the table service is included. I like that because I'm not going around between people. Are we tipping? How much are we tipping? It's there. Give it. I don't think legally you have to pay it here, but it works.
It works. Yeah. Whatever works. I had another one. Too long for the message box, Julie, but was working in a hotel. A child ran in front of me and the tray went up in the air. As you can imagine, everything broke. The manager screamed at me in front of the whole place that I was coming out of my wages and to clean it up. I was cleaning it up and he was trying to whispering to me, I'll be sorry, my wages now will be down. And he took the money because she broke all the glasses. And it wasn't even her fault. The child ran in front of her and she fell and she dropped the tray.
That's bad. That's bad business. I have another one here. I was working in a chipper and one of the managers miscounted €50 missing from the tills. I got called up by the boss and got 8 with no proof, and it was taken from my wages. all because the manager didn't get the blame. He said he saw me give it out as extra change. Like, that's terrible.
That's
They
terrible.
should
Put the
sue.
blame on somebody. Yeah,
They should
I know.
actually sue for that. Like, that's
It's
Jesus.
shocking. I have one here, right?
Go on.
Julie, I'm a carer, and I went to a house and I sat on their couch. Whilst I was talking to the man I was looking after, his wife made out I broke the spring on the couch I was sitting on. I was mortified, and the other carer was trying not to laugh. Well, anyway, she reported it to my boss and basically made out I was like Tom Cruise jumping on her couch, and she wanted it fucking fixed. So I tell you now, you couldn't write this shit. So my boss had to pay for her couch, and I had to pay back €20 a week out of my wages. Julie, I was raging as I was a single mom, and I never broke the fucking couch in the first place.
Oh my God.
Awful.
That's
Absolutely
shocking.
awful, yeah.
I have another one here. And I can't believe the amount of people who actually have to pay for stuff themselves. A million times over the years in hospitality, this always happens. If a table walks out without paying, the staff pays the bill.
Yeah, that came in so many times. I think that's
I think that
awful.
happens all the time in hospitality. I think hospitality is murder for that. Like, they'll take them out of the tips and everything, you know.
Yeah, that came in as well. Or petrol was another one that
Oh,
constantly came in. So, like we said, if I went down to a garage, filled up my car and drove off, whoever's working that night has to pay for my petrol. That's very unfair, like.
That's terrible. I think as well, do you know the way, like, you know, when you go into some filling stations and, like, they know damn well you didn't get petrol or diesel, but they just have to say it to every single person because I think it's if they don't ask you petrol or diesel, it's their fault as well if they didn't say petrol or diesel to you.
Yeah, exactly. Of course it is. Yeah, I know. It's lousy, like.
I often think though,
Is that why they ask all the time?
Yeah.
So it's because it comes out of their pocket if they don't.
Yeah.
See, sometimes like you'd walk in and you'd be like go on your head, I didn't fucking get petrol or diesel. Are you blind? But that's why they do it to assure themselves.
Yeah, I know.
It couldn't be that. It's just
Damien,
no.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, I was always thinking why they do say, have you any diesel? Have you any petrol? And I'd be like,
yeah, but that's it. No. That's it.
Yeah. It came in so many times. This poor girl, she's only 18 and she was like, Julie, I worked in a hotel. It only happened to me last week. So she was charging this man for a carvery and he tapped his phone and didn't tap her properly and he walked off and it never went through then. She goes, the hotel made me pay for his carvery dinner. She goes, I'm only 18 working weekends. She was like, it was selling my whole fucking, yeah. Like, God love her, like.
Do you know what as well? You know, when we're all tapping our cards, we really need to stop and look.
Jamaica goes through. Yeah, I know.
Because you're there, chatting away, tapping away there now. Your man could have to put it in for, if it was €60, an extra one in front of it, and you're gone before you know what. You know, we don't take too much interest. I have another one here. I was working in a restaurant and I had a couple, their bill, they were paying card. I went back to get the card machine and went. And when I went over to do the payment, they were gone. €180 came out of my tips and wages.
Oh, see that? It's not just like supermarkets and like there was another one there that came, or petrol stations. Another one there came in. It's the same in social care, Julie. If the money is missing from the kids' activity pouch, the staff have to pay it. So, like, God love the kids. Like, so we say they were given €20, like, to go to photo, whatever. Like, you know the way kids are. They could be taking something out and the €20 could have fell and then it's blamed then on the carer, the social care worker. I think that's very unfair.
Really
and they have
unfair.
To pay it back.
I've another one here on the petrol. I worked in a petrol station. I had to train up new staff while making coffees. They would have to use my till, and my till was down a few times, even though I explained it was due to being busy. They had to use my till still. She still took the money from me. And the people who don't pay the 2 cent or 5 cent on their petrol or diesel also came off my wages. Like the 2 cent or 5 cent, that's bad.
Yeah, and I was actually thinking of that earlier because sometimes, like, the years go down when the 1 cent and 2 cents are in. You know, where sometimes your petrol or diesel will be €50 and 2 cent. I'd often go and just be like €50. I'd forget the 2 cents.
Yeah, but they have to round down. They have to round down to 50 because I do it all the time.
Yeah, I used to as well, but now I tap, so they always charge me the extra 2 cent. But like back then, I never used to say the 2 cent. But like apparently they get charged, and that 2 cent is taken out of their wages.
Yeah.
Another girl here says, worked in a hotel, Julie, back when I was about 16 or 17, and I fell down back steps, so there was grease left on the steps, carrying a tray of 52 water glasses for a wedding setup. 48 glasses broke, €2.50 per glass taken from my wages that same week.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
I've one here. No, before we finish up, worked in a bar and we had a float in a bum bag, which was our wages. So if we were down, tough shit, they said. And then another one, worked in a petrol station as a student. Guy cash stolen check came out of my wages. Like, not your fault. Like, it's very hard, and it's very hard to tell with fake money and real money today as well.
yeah, that actually, a message came in earlier. I can't find it, but like that now, she was given a dud 50. She never checked it. And taken out of our wages, and that was a petrol station as well.
Oh my god!
Awful. Like another one, I just to finish up because this kind of made me laugh. Too long to put into the box, Jule, but I used to work in a Michelin star restaurant, and the bills were always very high, at least €200 plus. You're talking. I was served at a table of politicians 2 summers ago, and they racked up a bill of €800 and walked out. It was taken from my wages.
Yeah.
At the time, and all I was trying to save for college and working stupid
Oh
hours. Imagine
no!
that. Imagine
Name
that.
and shame. She should just name and shame them now, like they're politicians.
Politicians,
Oh, my God, that's
€800
bad.
and walked out.
Oh
and
my
that
God.
poor girl had to pay.
Do you know what I'd
I'm
love to do
shocked.
next? Do you know what I'd love to do next week? Because there was 1 or 2 things that I've noticed are really pissing me off, and everyone has them. Is pet hates, right? Because you know it's a big one of mine. When you return something, you know the way if you buy something, gone out of your account straight away. Well, my God, then if you're returning something 7 to 14 days, lads, I just can't bear it. It drives you mad.
I know. Yeah, I know.
It's just like you're waiting. And then there was another one I had as well. I can't remember. Cyclists on footpaths is another one. So I might do one next week for like simple things like that drive you mad. What's one of the things that drives you mad? That's kind of a simple thing, but absolutely you hate. Oh, no. Speaking of money, my other one is, you know, when you owe someone money, and we were chatting about this the other day, actually. No, I do owe my sister €250, so she's listening to this, you will get it back, right? But, you know, if you owe someone money and you're like, say now, Jule, if I went home and I saw you and I was like, oh, come here, I must give you that €50 yet. Why aren't you giving it? Do you know the way people say it?
Yeah, I know. It's annoying. That is annoying. I hate meanness as well.
Meanness and all that, yeah. So we'll do, I suppose, we'll do one on pay hates. Damien, what's one of yours?
Do you know, funny that you say cyclists on footpaths. It was just cyclists, not on the roads, but there was this guy last night. I was trying to look for parking inside in town, and there was a cycle lane over on the right hand side, and he decides just to cycle slowly in front of me
there we go.
on the road,
Yeah,
and I'm kind of going, come on! I mean, there's a cycle lane just there. Like, come on! And you could. Yeah. He knew it because he looked back at me.
Yeah.
And you know what my thing is, if I was a cyclist, I'd probably be one that would go on the footpath too, just to annoy people. I know it, I'm one of them. Yeah,
they can't win on the footpath or on the road. It's still so fucking annoying. Like,
it is.
It's fucking dangerous, like.
We'll do something on that next week. I have to be going, guys, because some of us have to go to work. No, I'm only messing now. But I do have to go to work. And so thanks to everyone again for listening this week, and thanks to Aylesbury Clinic. That's me. We'll sign out for the week. We have some exciting news coming, so we'll share that over time, don't we, Julie?
Yeah. So excited.
Yeah.
So excited.
Yeah. So that's it from me, Brenda Dennehy. Our email is leftunreadpod22@gmail.com if you want to send us in your pet hates, any kind of little scandals or any stories. We'd be delighted to have them.
And that's it. Good night, everybody. Enjoy work, Brenda. See you later.
Well, bye.
Bye.